guys, happy Wednesday. Today, as promised, this video is going to be a update 1 year wear and tear on my Tieks. So these are my first pair of Tieks. I got them a year and some change ago, probably like a year and a month ago, because I got them for Valentine's Day last year. And these are the metallic bronze pair. This is a full grain leather shoe. The bottom of the shoe is special treated leather that makes it more durable than the rest of the shoe. Obviously because it sits at the bottom, so it protects against like scuffing and all that. And then this is like an anti-shock like rubber, and it's blue, just like the blue stripe in the back. That is the signature Tieks blue, in case you don't know. And they're also leather on the inside. This is like, you know, the sole. It is hand stitched from what I understand. But anyway, let's get started with this wear and tear video. So the first thing I want to show you, well, first thing I want to tell you is I wear these a lot, and I mostly wear them for work. I live in Florida, so the coldest it usually gets here, and that's like, you know, not often, is 32 degrees. So I'm able to wear these in that weather. I have, just because if they go with my outfit, I love them, they're comfortable. Now, keeping that in mind, I don't only wear them for work, I do wear them on the weekend a lot. And so you'll see that at the tip of the shoe, there is a scuff mark, as you can see. And I just want the camera to focus. There's a scuff mark right there. And on the back, I guess this is totally catered, this wear and tear, to the way I walk. Everybody walks differently, so someone else's shoe may scuff in different areas than my shoe. So do keep that in mind. I guess I tend to put a lot of weight on the back of my heels because the back of the shoe near the bottom has this scuff mark where the color has come off. Now, I'm okay with that because when I do wear the shoe, nobody can see that. And especially with this color, I feel like this color is very forgiving because the under, you know, I guess the under, like the bottom layer of the colored surface is very close to the colored surface. So I guess it doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. I wear my Tieks without socks, which is why the sole of the inside of the shoe is dark. They will become dark if you don't use socks with it. I don't have an issue with like smelly feet. So a lot of people have been asking me if my feet sweat in this. I believe my feet do sweat in this when it's very hot outside. But even then, I don't find any issues with that. And my feet don't usually sweat. So for my feet to sweat, it has to be really, really hot outside. However, if you are a person that your feet naturally sweat and you have a problem with the inside of the shoe becoming dark, then you should invest in some socks. I recently bought a pair of socks for my Tieks, and I will talk about those in another video just because I haven't worn them enough to form an opinion about them. So once I have that squared away, then we can sit down and have a conversation about it, and I can give you my thoughts on it. Now, with the simple fact that I wear these shoes every day, the one thing that never ceases to amaze me about Tieks, which is why this Valentine's Day, my husband gifted me my second pair, which are the patent leather ruby red Tieks. I will be doing a video on that as well. Is the fact that if you notice, the rubber part of the shoe is barely worn. Now, this doesn't happen with any other pair of shoes that I have. All the shoes that I have that I wear often, all are super worn on the bottom. And because I do put most of the weight of my feet on the back of my shoe, this area right here is always the first one to like start to shave off. But if you notice, there is no shaving on this shoe. It is even all the way around. Now, the leather has stayed intact. I've worn these in the rain. Granted, I haven't stepped in a puddle, but have they gotten wet here and there? Yes, and they're still in perfect condition. I believe that these shoes are a very good investment. And this color, if you're gonna go with a color, I feel like metallic bronze should be the first pair you buy. If you don't want to go with your basic black, you know, because I feel like if you're a basic person and color scares you a little bit, I feel like this color is safe enough that you can wear with everything. It matches with everything, but also you get a little pizzazz, you know? And so definitely this should be, I believe, the first pair you purchase if you're really thinking about investing in Tieks. Now, without my foot in it, this shoe naturally curls. Now, one thing I do want to let you know, I don't put my Tieks away folded the way that they usually come, which is like this, just because I wear them every day. And in order for me to fold them and put them back in their box, in the morning, I'm in a rush. Like, that seems to take too much time for me to get out of the box. So I kind of just place them in, like, in my closet, but just down because, you know, just like facing like normal, like if you just place your shoes on the floor. But the reason I do that is because in the morning, I'm in a rush. So literally all I do is open the closet and slip my feet into my shoes and out the door I go. Now, the leather on the bottom, the way that it's treated, it's made to be continuously folded and unfolded. So you won't get a crease on the bottom of the shoe. You won't have to worry about breakage on the sole. So do keep that in mind. Also, I mean, they have stitched the rubber soles to this shoe so that you never have to worry about it peeling off the bottom, which I tend to find with a lot of flats that I've bought in the past, especially flats from Old Navy. At some point, the front of the shoe at the tip, the sole kind of tends to detach from the actual shoe. So all in all, these retail for $195. Now, you can go on websites such as eBay, and Facebook has a really popular page called Tieks Anonymous, where people sell their mintly used Tieks or Tieks that they've been gifted and they no longer want and they've never really worn them, and you can get it at a cheaper price. Now, $195 is a lot of money. I truly understand that. I mean, I don't live under a rock, you know? I do understand that that's a lot of money for a pair of shoes. However, I can respect a pair of shoes that are expensive but will last you a very long time. And that's what I really wanted to see with these shoes was, okay, they're $195 and they're cute as hell, but are they really gonna last? Because that is the major selling point. I don't want to spend $195 on a pair of shoes that are going to be trash in a year. I've had these for a year. I wear them at least 4 to 5 days out of a 7-day week, okay? And they are basically in perfect condition, in my opinion. So, are they worth it? In my opinion, yes. That's just my perspective, my experience. So again, take this with a grain of salt. I haven't gone hiking with these shoes, but I have I've been traveling with these shoes where I've had to do a lot of walking because, you know, when you're somewhere unknown, you can't just grab a cab. I mean, money doesn't grow on trees. Cabs are expensive. So you do a lot of walking. You end up walking to the places you want to sightsee. and these have been great for that. Another thing that I love about these shoes is the flexibility. I love that these shoes mold to your feet, and when you walk, there isn't any resistance in the back of the shoe that prevents this action from happening. Like the rolling action when you step on a shoe, there's no resistance there. And I feel like that's very important because that usually creates like blisters. Super pesky, super pesky. You don't get blisters, you don't get, you know, it's just not, it's uncomfortable. When you have those shoes that technically curl and are elastic, I'm sorry, they're uncomfortable for me. Now, I tend to have a sort of a wide foot. I won't characterize my feet as super wide or wide, but they're wide. Like, by all means, they are not like a normal foot. So even though my feet are a little bit wide, I fit in these shoes perfectly. I'm a size 7, so order a size 7. These shoes do not come in a half size, so keep in mind that if you wear a 7.5, buy an 8. The reason I'm saying that, a lot of people, I've seen the reviews, people want to shove their foot in a size 7 shoe. It's not gonna work. They even buy like these things to stretch out the leather. It's not worth it, folks, because at the end of the day, your foot is still gonna be uncomfortable, and at that point, it's not the shoe's fault, it's actually your fault, because who wants to go through that trouble? Just size up. I have 3 of my friends who purchased Tieks, and they all wear half sizes, and they all sized up when they ordered their shoes. They actually, 2 of them ordered the size above and the size below what their actual size was, and they actually ended up going with the size above. They were much more comfortable, and they didn't have to worry about having to stretch out their shoe and being uncomfortable for God knows how many months. So if you wear a half size, size up. If they don't fit, if you don't like them, Tieks will happily take your returned shoe. So that's not gonna be an issue. Honestly, if you go on their website, they have, I mean, endless amount of choices. They have patent leather, they have the regular leather, they have cloth-like Tieks, they have lace-looking material, I guess, like, you know, Tieks. I love the leather. That's all I have to say. I love everything about the leather. I like the way that the color lays on it. I like the way they look in the sun. I like the way they look even when I'm inside. Any little light that hits this, it has like a beautiful like little like sheen to it. I don't know if you can, if the camera is letting you see that, but definitely I recommend Tieks to any of you who are thinking about taking the plunge. If you just want to splurge on yourself, whether it's for your birthday, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, whatever, just because. You can splurge on yourself just because. You have that right. This is an honest review. Tieks is not paying me to give this review. I do not get PR from this company. This is an amazing pair of shoes, and I recommend them to whoever wants to buy them. Like I said, 3 of my friends bought them because of me, and it's like I almost opened Pandora's box because I only have 2 pairs, and I just got my 2nd pair of February of this year, and they're already like on their 3rd pair of Tieks. So just, I hope this video was informative. I mean, definitely do your research on them. I would search their site, narrow down the colors that you want, and if you scroll on their site, if you see the picture and you scroll down, you will see Instagram photos of people who have taken pictures of that same exact shoe on their foot, and you can see what that shoe looks like on different color skin tone, in different weather, whether it's snowing, sunny, cloudy, rainy, all the above. So that's how I was able to narrow down what color I wanted. Originally, I was between the metallic bronze and the patent leather ruby red. but I ended up going with these because they were the safer choice, being my first pair of Tieks. And once I fell in love with them and I gave them a fair shot, I went ahead and I was like, I want the red ones. And that pretty much concludes this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave your comment below and I will try to answer your questions to the best of my abilities. Thank you and have a good day.